What's up, guys? How to dominate 2023 during camp season and the regular season without taking months and getting minimal results. I'm excited to have you guys here today. This is exciting for me. Um, this is the first one of this off season, and I'm looking forward to sharing knowledge with you and helping you take your game to the levels that you never thought possible before. This is exciting for me. Now, I just wanted to start this off. Um, First, I want to say, like, if you failed at making monumental gains in off season when it comes to becoming more athletic, more confident, and hitting goals on a regular basis, like, it is not your fault. If you're concerned that you can't completely change the way that you look, the way that you move, and how you operate as a person, I want to put all of those fears to rest today. See, other trainers want you to think that you only need to get strong. Some want you to think that you only need to get fast. Some think that you can't improve your mindset unless you're getting absolutely run into the ground on a daily basis. I'm here to tell you that they're wrong. They have their own self-interests in mind. They're not thinking about you. That's why I'm here, though. I'm here to help you. I know you have had a dream of dominating this next season, 2023, and earning scholarships to play in college. I want to show you how in this exact workshop. So if you're excited to be part of this, what I want you to do is I want you to type in the chat of why you're here. Why are you here today? So just type in the chat why you're here today. And I want to see that. Just go ahead, type it out right now. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Want to learn how to earn a scholarship. Want to learn how to take your athleticism to that next level. Want to dominate in 2023. Want to learn how to dominate during camps. Man, I love these guys. I love these. These are awesome. Awesome. Keep them rolling in. Keep them rolling in. All right. So my goal for you, my number one goal, this presentation is to help two types of people. So first of all, parents, you're going to get a new perspective on how to facilitate real measured success this offseason. And then athletes, you're going to have a clear path to prepare for this season, hit goals weekly, and have the best season you have ever had in 2023. Goal number 2. Okay, this is 2 parts. Okay, 2 parts. The only way for you to physically, mentally, and spiritually dominate this next season is through a proven process that teaches you exact steps on how to get from you're currently at point A and get to point B where you want to go. The only way to dominate through the 2023 offseason and season is through us at Explosive Performance Academy and by following the playbook, which is exactly what we're at right now. So a little bit about me. Okay, a little bit about me. My name is John Vickers. I'm the owner of Explosive Performance Academy, and I have been working with athletes for 17 years. Okay, this is my 17th year working with athletes. I've helped multiple football players make it to the NFL. Hundreds go on to play college football and earned hundreds of millions of dollars in scholarships. I even have a Super Bowl winner on my resume in Will Golston. Had guys like Will Golston, Khalid Kareem, Chris Evans, Mike Weber, Um, Sauce Gardner, the number 4 overall pick and defensive player of the week last week. These guys are all guys that have come through Explosive Performance Academy at one point or another. And I like this. I'm so excited to have all you guys on this call. This is exciting for me. This is exciting. First time doing this, and I am happy that you are here, and I'm here to help you understand what's necessary to take things to that next level. So, little backstory. So, man, I remember this like it was yesterday. I was running down the field. I was I was on the punt team. Okay, it was my sophomore year of high school. I'm at Saline High School. It's a Thursday night, JV football. Lights are shining. We're under the lights. There's like, I think at this point, there's 15 people on our team, 15 people on our JV team. So we don't have a lot of guys. So I'm playing every way in the field. I'm on offense, I'm on defense, I'm on punt, field goal, extra point, kickoff, kick return. I'm playing on every single part of the field. And so is the majority of my team because we just didn't have the numbers. So we punt. I don't remember if it was a 3 and out or what, but we didn't move the ball very far. Ball gets snapped. I hear the ball. I take off, sprint down the field. I'm unblocked. Right, I'm unblocked. I'm sprinting down the field. See the punt returner catch the ball. Sprinting down the field. I'm feeling good. It's me and him. It's one-on-one. One-on-one. I look up. He takes a step to my left. I take a step to my left. As soon as I take that step to my left, he takes a step to my right. I try to take a step to my right, collapse to the ground. I just literally crumble to the ground. Crumble to the ground. Black out. Literally black out, and my my life flashes before my eyes. My football career flashes flashes through my head. And I knew it wasn't good. I had never felt this pain before in my life. Laying on the ground, agonizing pain. Don't know what to do. I can't get up. Coach carries me off the field. My knee swells up. I head home for a doctor visit later that week. Doctor tells me I tore my ACL. Thought my playing career was over. Thought I was done. But come back, have a decent rest of my high school career. My junior year, there were a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Senior year was a great year. Ended up going to play college football. Injury after injury after injury. Senior year, I get hurt again. Career's over. Went to school for computer science, actually. Met the head of the department and decided didn't like him, didn't want to do computer science. So I started taking some random classes, and I joined a phys ed class. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that phys ed class. And I was like, all right, maybe this is the way to go. Come to find out pretty quickly after, started working with some fifth graders. Nope, it's not what I wanted to do. Fifth grade was not what I wanted to do. I did not want to teach. So I ended up just wondering what I was going to do. Ended up taking an internship at a sports performance facility, fell in love with it. Knew that was exactly what I wanted to do. So I've been doing that ever since. Ever since. I've been doing that. And obviously I haven't stopped. Okay, because here we are. We are in year 17. Fell in love with training athletes. Had a lot of fun doing it. Got a lot of success early on. Worked with an All-American, Jonas Gray, who ended up playing with the New England Patriots. And it was on the cover of Sports Center or Sports Illustrated for a minute, and then he actually missed his alarm and got cut. He was one of my first successful athletes, and then I worked with Jerome Felton, who was a fullback with the Detroit Lions at the time, and then he went on to play in a Pro Bowl with the Minnesota Vikings. So I ended up doing that and continued to have success, right? Continue to have success, continue to push to learn more in the industry, learn more about sports performance, learn more about how to help get athletes faster and stronger and more explosive. And then one day I realized, like, especially recently, that it's more than just that. There's a lot more than just that. So I dug deeper. I dug deeper for myself as well, because I had to figure out some things for myself in terms of mindset, in terms of recovery, in terms of nutrition. And this is what really started to take me to this new level, And that's why we're here today. Okay. I grew up having this dream of playing in the NFL and playing college sports. I was actually told by an aunt at one point that she asked me what my dreams are, what my goals are, and my goal was to play in the NFL. And she's like, "Oh, play in the NFL, like, have a realistic dream." And for me, that was a realistic dream. And I ended up not making it, but I've helped other people make it. The guys like Chris Evans, played at Michigan, went through a little hardship at Michigan, but guess what? He got drafted, and now he's in the NFL with the Cincinnati Bengals. He is in the NFL with the Cincinnati Bengals. He's their punt returner. I think he's returning kicks as well. And Chris himself said, while working with me, while he was at Michigan and he was suspended for the year, after that year, he told me, it's the most explosive I've ever been in my life. The most explosive I've ever been in my life. This is a guy that jumped 38 inches at his pro day. This is a guy that was a 4.4 guy. This is a guy that was a game changer on the field. Like a game changer. He was a game changer. He was a game changer, and he made a difference. Okay, he was a game changer, and he told me this was the most explosive he was ever was in his life. And I had other guys, like I had an athlete who's had some ankle issues this year. He actually had some ankle issues last year that I'm working with one-on-one again this year that I did last year. But come to find out, he had a fractured ankle, and the doctor missed the fact that he had that ankle injury. They missed it. They absolutely missed it. But during the off season with me last year, he was able to increase his vertical jump by 3 inches, increase his max vertical jump by 10 inches, increase his broad jump by 5 inches, his triple jump by 7 inches. Then he was able to drop his 10-yard split by 0.13, which in the end of a 40-yard dash pretty much equates to dropping 0.20 off from your 40-yard dash. That's a huge difference. And then his pro agility was able to drop that by 0.1. And that is with fractured ankles, 2 fractured ankles that were missed by the doctor. He had to get MRIs that he should have had before. And he was able to improve like this while dropping 10 pounds and changing the way that his body looked. And you guys might not believe me right now at this point, and there might be some beliefs that you already have when it comes to training. There might be some beliefs, but I want to kind of lay these out for you and help you understand that these aren't true. Okay. Some things like strength is the only way of improving your performance. Okay. Strength is the only way of improving performance. Guys, that's not true. That's not true. Strength is a small portion. Actually, in the entire equation, when it comes to strength, we are trying to prevent injury, trying to increase the range of motion of the joint. And then through that increased range of motion of the joint, we're increasing the strength to prevent injury, to be able to perform at a higher level. Because if you're injured, you're not available, you're no good. You're no good for your coach. You're no good for your team. You're really not. No matter how hard you cheer, I've been there before. I cheered for a lot of teams from the sidelines because of the injuries that I had. I was a good cheerleader, but I was of no real value to the team besides being a leader on the sidelines, which, I mean, I guess we could say that that's important, but you're more valuable on the field making plays than you are off the field. And then there's this belief that speed is only God-given, or the only way you can get faster is by running on a treadmill. And this also is not true. Yeah, there's God-given speed. There's a level where God just gives you speed. But that level that God gives you is a level that can continue to be improved. So God might give you this level speed, 12 weeks, we're here, 12 weeks, we're here, 12 weeks, we're here. A year from now, we go from here to here. That's a significant difference. Or just running on a treadmill, like whatever, treadmills are cool and all. But one thing a treadmill is not is a game changer for you as an athlete. Treadmill will get you faster in the short term by getting the central nervous system firing and active, but those results disappear pretty quickly. That happened to me going into senior year of college. And I also ended up partially tearing my MCL and tearing my meniscus and ending my career when I spent an entire summer running on a treadmill. There's also this thought of you just can't get more explosive. You can jump only if you can jump, right? If you can't jump, you're not going to be able to improve your explosive power. And I'm here to tell you that that is also false. I actually this isn't a football player, it's a basketball player, but I had a basketball player that could already jump. He could already dunk. 6 weeks, we added 4 inches to his vertical jump. So he went from dunking to windmill dunking. Okay. And that's not my favorite. That's not my favorite example of it because it's basketball player and your football players or football parents. And that's not the greatest example that I want to give you. But a kid that went from already being able to jump to being able to jump higher should tell you that when there's a process in place, that this is pretty simple. And then another one. Agility ladders help you become more agile. Look, guys, agility ladders should be thrown in the garbage. Agility ladders should be thrown away, thrown in the garbage, and never brought out again. Because they don't help. They don't help. Maybe if you're coming off an injury and you're trying to teach foot placement a little bit, and you're trying to do a little bit of physical therapy with it, that's going to help. But when it comes to actual agility ladders deserve to be in the garbage, because to become more agile, you need to learn how to control your body. So how to control your center of mass, how your shin angles should point into the ground so you can apply force in the ground, and how much force you apply into the ground in the direction that you apply that force. That is how you're going to become more agile. All right. So I want you to understand, after going over all four of those things, okay, those are four of the 7 things that we talk about when it comes to your 7 essentials of performance, that your athletic performance is something that can and will be improved with the right process. It can and it will be improved with the right process. Things that we have, like our muscle maximizer program. It's a strength program that goes through an entire off season that breaks down exactly what you need as an athlete to take your strength to the next level. Not only get stronger, but get functionally stronger and prevent injury. Because like I said before, injury, if you're injured, if you're on the sidelines, you're not valuable to your team. You're just not. Like, that's the simplest way of putting this. You're not valuable to your team because you're not able to play and you get overlooked. Next man up, right? We've heard this before. Next man up. Best player gets hurt, next man up. Typically, it's not next man up when the best player gets hurt, because the best player on the field is a game changer and the team dynamic changes completely. Or our 4S speed solution, where you actually, as an athlete, you learn how to get faster. You learn how to get faster by understanding the different strides, the different stages, the different strategies, and the different systems that we use to improve your speed. It's a process. It's a solution to your speed problem. It's not just God-given speed. It's not a treadmill. It's actually teaching you how to run on the field and apply force in the proper direction. Where a treadmill, you're just running with the treadmill. You're not actually applying force. So it's way different. Then when it comes to your power, guys, this one's a simple one. Okay. My business is called Explosive Performance Academy. Okay. Explosive Performance Academy because we help athletes become more explosive. The P4 Power Performance Program. The P4 Power Performance Program. This takes our athletes to levels that they've never seen before when it comes to their explosive power. I'm going to go give you another example of something that I don't necessarily want to give you because they're basketball players and I'm talking to mostly football parents and football players here. But your explosive power can be changed very, very quickly. I've had at least 5 basketball players, 5 8th grade going into 9th grade basketball players, go from not dunking to being able to dunk this offseason. 16 weeks at most. They went from not being able to dunk to dunking in 16 weeks. And then I remember I told you, throw away those agility ladders. Throw away those agility ladders because of our change of direction mastery. Like, we've been able to teach our athletes how to master change of direction skills. Master it because we break it down piece by piece for them to help them understand what's necessary to become more agile. We're not just throwing down ladders, throwing down cones and telling athletes to run around through jumping, doing these cartwheels, doing all this weird stuff that doesn't actually translate to sport. We teach them how to move, how to teach them how to control their body in space, which is exactly what this is about. Controlling your body in space. When you can't control your body in space, you are highly limited. If you guys watch Michigan at all this year, watch Blake Corum, the way that he's able to run, the way that he's able to shift and change direction and balance. Guys, these are things that are teachable. They're coachable. Yeah, there's some God-given talent, but that stuff is coachable when done properly. when done properly. These cuts that are game changers. Let me give you this example. If you've been paying attention to this football season at all, which I'm sure you guys have been, and you've seen any film on Zeke Marshall, Isaiah Marshall, the quarterback um, at Southfield A&T, Isaiah Marshall is a kid that's been training with us since 7th grade. He's now a junior. If you see some of his films and some of his cuts, he is doing some of the exact same things that we have taught him in the past. He's doing some of the exact same things that we've taught him in the past when it comes to being able to change direction. His change of direction is ridiculous. And there's other guys as well, other guys that haven't even trained with us. But I don't think Isaiah ever did a ladder with us. I know he didn't because we never brought a ladder out. Since 7th grade, Isaiah has not touched a ladder with us. Maybe he did at football practice, but he didn't with us. Okay. These are how you're going to change your athleticism or change your athlete's athleticism by implementing things like these. Okay. This is the vehicle. This is how you become a much better athlete. Now, secret number 2 is how to become mentally tough. Grab a drink here real quick. How to become mentally tough. Okay, this can be a struggle. Okay, this can be a struggle for a lot of people, a lot of athletes. Okay, I actually had an athlete start with me. He was this is young. This is a lot younger than anybody that we're truly working with right now. But he was a 4th grader, right? He was a 4th grader. He was a backup lineman. He was not very athletic. He was out of shape. I just remember this kid, like, he was working out with high schoolers, right? He was working out with high schoolers. We were at the batter's box in Dearborn Heights. It was an old, raggedy, like, literal metal box. It was like a metal shoebox where in the wintertime it was cold as hell. If we were freezing, pretty much had to wear a jacket to train in there. In the summertime, we were sweating, we were hot, we were humid because it was so hot and there was no AC. There was heat, but the heat did not stay very warm. But I remember having these guys do part of our energy system development segment. And this athlete, his name was Colin. Okay, Colin was running with high schoolers, and we had a couple college guys. We were doing 80-yard shuttles. So it was 20 yards down, 20 yards back. This turf was hard. It didn't have any padding underneath of it. It was decently grippy, but it was used turf, and it was pebbles, right? It was the little rubber pellets. So I see these older guys just killing it. I think there were some girls in the group as well, just killing it, right? They're killing it. And Colin, I see Colin just lagging behind, just breathing hard, lagging behind. But Colin didn't quit. He was finishing last every single rep. I felt bad for him, but he wasn't complaining. He wasn't crying. He didn't even think about crying. He also wasn't talking because Colin was a kid that just didn't talk. And when he did talk, he was whispering. So I had no idea what Colin was saying. There was a point where he said something to me, and I was like, I was trying to listen to him. Music was playing, but I was like, okay, all right, all right. And I remember just saying, yeah, okay, okay. I had no idea. To this day, I have no idea what he was saying to me. But Colin did not quit. He didn't quit. He didn't give up. He didn't give up on himself. He didn't give up on the rep. Yeah, he finished last. Yeah, he was dying. But no, he didn't cry. He didn't quit. He went from a backup lineman to that next season, he was a running back. He was a running back and he was a linebacker. He was a 4-year starter in high school and a 4-year captain. 4-year starter in high school, 4-year captain. So this kid went from a backup lineman, not being athletic, to not quitting through tough times, to becoming a starter and a 4-year starter and a 4-year captain for his varsity team. It's pretty impressive. I'm impressed with him because he just never gave up. Colin is going to go on and play college football. Colin was mentally tough, but Colin was also not confident in himself at all. He wasn't even confident enough to talk. Now Colin doesn't stop talking. Love the kid. Doesn't stop talking. Sometimes I have to tell him to shut up because he doesn't stop talking. But I love the kid. He's like a son to me because I've known him so long. I've known him so long. But these are some of the ideas, right, guys? Like, mindset is not something that you can change quickly, but it is when done properly. When you have a system and a process in place, mindset can change. You can go from being not confident to confident really in a couple weeks. In a year, that confidence is going to look completely different if what you do is you destroy that person that you were before. And there's this idea that resiliency is something that you're born with. Something that you're born with. Guys, we're not born with resiliency. I guess maybe we are born with resiliency, but as we get older, there's this idea that we can't do things. We have these ideas put in our heads that we can't do things. We're just not capable of doing some things. We're told by our parents, we're told by coaches, by teachers, by friends, by teammates that we can't do something. So then we give up. And a lot of times we give up too soon. But the same way that this can be broken down, the same way that this can be built up. And I've seen it. I've seen confidence just completely change. Colin is that perfect example. Backup lineman to a starting running back and starting linebacker. I wish I had somebody like me in my corner back when I was a youth football player because I was a lineman. I wasn't overweight, but I was a lineman. And I didn't believe in myself, even though I was one of the best players on the team. And I'm not trying to brag about that. At that point, when I was young, I was one of the best players on my team. I have trophies to prove it. I have film to prove it as well. But then when it comes to mindset and when it comes to being mentally tough, there's this idea that an athlete getting driven into the ground daily will help them become mentally tough. And I'm here to tell you that that is one of the worst ideas in the world. One of the worst ideas in the world. Because not only is that not going to help somebody become mentally tough, that is going to make somebody want to quit. That sucks. That's not fun. That's going to make somebody want to quit more. It's going to make somebody want to quit faster than it's going to help make somebody want to continue doing it. So I'm here to tell you that, guys, that's not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. I'm here to let you know that mental toughness and mindset is something that can and will be changed with the right why and the right purpose. This is exactly why we created the Cerebral Athlete Curriculum, where we help athletes find their why. Okay, we take them step by step of finding their why. Then we implement what we call the fundamental four. Okay, we implement what we call the fundamental four, is where we help them implement daily tasks that improve their fitness, their faith in themselves, their connections with their family and their teammates, and then in the end, their finances when it comes to scholarships and branding their name, their image, and likeness once it comes to college. When we get to that point, we start setting targets, setting the championship target for the year, breaking that down into quarterly, breaking that down into monthly, breaking that down into weekly, and breaking that out into daily steps and action items to help them become different, become confident, become mentally tough. And then we help them find their sole purpose, why they're here. Guys, if we don't have a why for what we do, that's when we give up. Mental toughness comes from having a purpose and having a why and attacking that every single day. Every single day, attacking that. Once we have those issues, guys, once we have that all figured out, we truly help our athletes set goals, reverse engineer that, and then hit those goals yearly, quarterly, weekly, and daily. Setting goals, having a purpose, and then setting goals allows you to compress this window of success. So if something is 12 months, what we do is we compress that down to 12 weeks. We help reverse engineer results. That compression down to 12 weeks is a game changer because you're achieving goals in 12 weeks that some people aren't achieving in a year. When you set goals and you reverse engineer it, that year allows you to look completely different as an athlete and as a person. And I've found that what I do is way more impactful than just helping train an athlete. It's impactful because it helps change the person. When we can change the person deep down and give them their purpose and their why and consistently hit goals on a yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily basis, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. Man, there was a time for me where I just couldn't figure this out. I would set goals, right? I'd have these ridiculous goals in my mind that I thought I could achieve. Okay, I thought I could achieve because I just went around, wrote down a bunch of goals on a board. I was going to be able to achieve these, right? I would write them down. I'd write down in my notebook these goals that I wanted to achieve over the next year. January 1st, we're gonna set these goals, right? We're gonna set these goals. Once that year ended, I hit none of those goals. I hit none of them. I wasn't even close to some of them. Yeah, they might have been big goals, but what I didn't know is I didn't know the process. I wasn't winning and I couldn't figure out why. Like, I was thinking just because I set them and I wrote them down, they were just going to magically appear without putting in the work. I was putting in some work, but that work wasn't getting me to the right place. The problem was I didn't have a process, right? I didn't have a process. How many of you guys have ever set goals and just never hit them? Never hit them. Or you set a bunch of goals and you hit a couple of those goals. Go ahead in the chat. If you've set goals and you hit a couple of them, but the majority of them you just didn't hit, type in me. Type it in. Type it in. Type in me. Yeah. Yeah. Set goals, but you didn't hit them. That's exactly how I felt. It's exactly how it was for me. I just wasn't winning. And it sucked. I couldn't figure out why. Couldn't figure out why. And then I finally figured out a process. I didn't create it myself. I had to hire a mentor. I needed help myself to figure out how I could hit these same goals, how I could hit these goals. So what had to be done was I learned how to reverse engineer the goals. So setting up a goal for the next year, right? Setting up the goal for the next year. For the mentor that I was using, these were called impossible, the impossible game. For us, this is a championship target. So we set the goals for 12 months out. Okay, we set those goals for 12 months out. And then we work backwards. So we have a quarterly goal, Q1 goal, first quarter. So first quarter would be January, February, March. What are the goals that we have to hit based around our fundamental four of fitness, of faith, of family, and of finances to get me to those championship targets in a year? What do I have to do in that first quarter? What has to happen in that next quarter? What has to happen in that next quarter? What has to happen in quarter four? Okay, but we start at a quarter one, right? Because if we don't get quarter one, we're not going to be able to get quarter two. So we just figure out quarter one. After quarter one, we figure out quarter two. After quarter two, we figure out quarter three. After quarter three, we figure out quarter four. Once we figure out that quarter, we break that down into months. How do we break those goals down into months? Break them into smaller bits, smaller monthly bits. So January, February, March, what do those 3 months look like? If I get to the end of February or January, we're at the beginning of February, what is that going to look like in February? Do we have to accelerate those goals? Do we have to shift and make changes in those goals? What has to happen? And then guess what? After that month, or during that month, we have to break them down into weeks, right? What do we have to do on a weekly basis? What do we have to do on a weekly basis to hit that monthly goal? What is done? What is that process? What does that look like? What are some of the tasks that we have to do during the week? What are some of the tasks? And then after that week, guess what we have to do? We have to break it down into daily tasks. What are the small, simple daily tasks that we have to do every single day? They're going to help us hit those targets during the week, that are going to hit those targets during the month, that are going to help us hit those targets for the quarter, that are then going to help us hit those targets for the year. Simple process. It's not easy because it takes work, but it's a simple process that is breakable down into daily tasks, small daily tasks that help you achieve the success that you're looking for. Guys, it's a process. It's a process. This is the process that you got to trust. It works. It works. It worked for me. It worked for me in business. I wish I would have known this back in high school. I wish I would have known this in middle school, but I didn't. That's where I set goals, but didn't get any because I had no daily tasks. Just lived life reactively. That's the problem today. So many people live this reactive life where They do whatever comes up daily rather than having a list of tasks every single day of things that you have to do. Like, what is your workout? What do you have to do? What do you have to do to recover? What do you have to eat today? How much do you have to eat today to either lose or gain weight? What do you have to do to recover? How much sleep do you need to get? What kind of homework do you need to do? What do you need to read? Who do you need to connect with today to take your relationships to another level? What do you have to do to improve your confidence today? Guys, overnight successes are not real. Everybody wants to think that there are overnight successes. And yes, sometimes there are. Maybe on Instagram, you have overnight successes, but for the most part, there are not. Oftentimes, those overnight successes, you do not see what they do on a daily basis. You do not see what a music artist or an athlete had to do on a daily basis to absolutely take their lives to the next level. You don't see it. You don't see it. But when you break this down into a daily process, this is a life changer. And guys, like, some people, this works for when they do it. Everybody, this works for when they actually do it. When they take action, then they do it. Like I said, it's simple, but it's not easy. Guys like Sauce Gardner, this was a guy that I worked with. Okay, I worked with when he was in high school. Sauce Gardner, he was pretty much an unknown in high school. I think he was a 3-star. He was like 5'10" and skinny in high school. Got an offer from Cincinnati. Cincinnati's an amazing school, right? Division I school. I think they're AAC. I don't even know what conference they're in these days, but I think they're in the AAC. Like, he went there. This man started as a freshman. He started as a freshman. And he became the number 4 overall pick in the NFL draft. He grew a couple inches. He was like 5'10" going to college, and now he's like 6'2", but he's skilled. Guys, he learned how to become extremely skilled. He was skilled. He had to take advantage of his lack of size to be able to make up with technique. He was just named the Defensive Player of the Week. Not only the Rookie of the Week, but the Defensive Player of the Week in the entire NFL as a rookie, as a guy that went to Cincinnati. He was not a big-time recruit. Then I had a guy like Malik McDowell. Malik McDowell came to me. He was already good, right? He was already good. But between junior and senior year, this man took his game to the next level. He probably could have played in the NFL as a freshman in college. He's a 5-star All-American, got millions of dollars in scholarship offers. Plus, he got a couple extras. I know he was offered some stuff in college by a couple schools. Ended up being drafted in the 2nd round. He actually, when he started with me, daily tasks, right? Daily tasks of getting better. Didn't miss workouts. Once he made it in college, things started to change. He took time off, practiced when he wanted to practice, didn't do what he had to do, was still drafted 2nd round. Game changer, NFL player, but then made a bunch of mistakes. But he was a guy that trusted the process when he was part of the process, and then shifted his plans, and now he's out of the NFL. But he trusted the process early on. 2nd round pick, was an All-American, was a freshman All-American, I think it was all Big Ten, all that good stuff, millions of dollars in scholarships, reached some success. Okay, but there's this idea that big goals aren't attainable. That there's no way to predict results, and you can't create your future. These simply are not true. I just laid out the program for you. I just gave you the exact steps on how to make your results predictable and how to create your own future by setting these championship targets. These help you create your future. They help you create your future. And goal setting is something that you can and will be hitting consistently throughout the proper process. This is done through the playbook. You have your championship targets. You do quarterly target setting sessions where we take you step by step through this process, right? Beginning of the off season, we set your championship targets. Then we have our quarterly target setting sessions where you work with me side by side, step by step to create your plan for the next quarter. Then we turn these into monthly maps. Monthly maps, what do you have to do for the month? Then we have weekly return and reports. And we use what is called a daily mover, where you have a set of goals that you have to hit every single week. And we break this down into daily metric tracking so we can see what you're doing on a daily basis. Because if you're not doing things on a daily basis, you're not going to hit these targets that you're looking for. You're just not going to be able to do it. You are not going to be able to hit these targets. I'm 100% certain that you're not, if you're not doing this. Now, I want you guys to know that this is only available to a select few number of football players. I only have certain amount of space. Certain amount of space. I want to be able to offer high value to every single athlete that steps in our gym. High value. What I'm going to tell you right now is that we are only capable of taking 8 total people to start early on. We're only capable of taking 8 people. I've already got 2 people committed to this. Got a good amount of people on this call, even more people that are going to see the replay of this. And you can go back and watch this replay as well. So I'd like to ask you a question. Okay. And I want you to type the answer in the chat. But can I show you exactly how you could get these same results or better than I've shown throughout this for some of these athletes? So just give me a yes. Give me a yes in the chat if I can show you how. If I can show you how to do this. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So what you're going to get with us, you're going to get 14 months of our high school football elite development program. Okay, elite development program. Whether you're still playing right now or you're not. Okay, you're going to get 14 months of our high level football elite development program. Okay, this, guys, I'm telling you this. This is an absolute game changer. It's an absolute game changer. And I'm not saying that just because it's my program. I'm saying that because I have seen the results. I have seen what athletes are capable of doing when they have a process, right? When they have a process. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Share screen. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go through this. All right. So what are the deliverables? Okay. What do you get with our program? With our being with us for 14 months, what do you get? So you're going to get performance training. Okay. Performance training. So you get our Performance Maximizer program, which has a total value of $13,773. Okay, this is training with us in small group settings, side by side with a coach. Okay, side by side with a coach. You're never by yourself when it comes to the actual training. Okay, unless you can't make it to a session, and then you have an app that everything is on. Okay, then you get our summer camp prep. Okay, a value of $5,197. Our summer camp prep. Okay, this by itself is a game changer. It's an 8-week program. It's an 8-week program that gives you a step-by-step guide on how to run a faster 40-yard dash, exactly how to run a faster 40-yard dash, and breaking it down step by step. How to increase your vertical jump and your broad jump, how to get stronger, and how to actually look the part when you step foot on campus. Because this is a problem that I see, and I see it way too often. I see guys step on campus, and not look the part. They're either too small or they're extremely overweight and they look sloppy. Like it's kind of ridiculous to me because you're spending this money. Some camps are $50, some are over $100. And you go to these camps completely unprepared. How? Like I just don't get it. I don't get it. I know that's not going to be you guys because you're here today, right? Then we're going to have 4 speed camps throughout the entire year. Okay. One's going to be during Dead Week in July. One's going to be during Christmas break. And then we're going to have 2 other one-day workshops. One of them is a 40-yard dash camp where we're going to break things down into a simpler part. Then we're going to have Olympic lifting workshops. Okay. We're going to have 4 of these, 1 a quarter. Okay. 1 a quarter. Then we're going to have our mobility workshops. Okay. Without mobility, without strength, in increased mobility, that's where injuries occur. So the mobility workshops are going to prevent injury, right? These are going to prevent injury. 1 a quarter. And I didn't put it in this. Actually, I think it's just hold on. Okay. So all of this stuff. Okay. All of this stuff. Guys, and this isn't even it. This is even in it. In part of our Performance Maximizer program, we have so much stuff that we're going to offer you that it's unbelievable. Okay. There's a ton of value in this. And we're not done yet. Then we have our target setting, right? We're going to have our quarterly target setting combines. So you're going to actually come in and you're going to test. You're going to test. So we're going to see where you're at that quarter. And then we're going to set targets. Okay, it's a 3-day event, 3-day in-person event where we're going to test. We're going to see where you're at mentally, where you feel like you're at, where you think you're at. And then we are going to lay out your next quarter for you. Now we're going to be side by side with you to lay out your next quarter. So I'm not going to do it for you because you have to do that, because it's all about what you want and what your goals are, what your targets are. Then we're going to have the first ever XPA convention. Okay, XPA convention. This is going to be a mindset-based target setting thing that's going to absolutely change the way you think about things when it comes to athleticism and when it comes to mindset and where you're at. Okay, absolute game changer. We're going to have speakers come in, talk to you. We're going to have coaches come in, talk to you. Like, it's just going to be an absolute game changer. And I am so excited to put that on. But that's not until November of next year. Okay, but this is included. And right now, I tell you it's $1,000 value, but I'm pretty sure that ticket's going to be way more than that because of the value that we're going to bring for that. Okay, then when it comes to recovery, your recovery accelerator program. Okay, your recovery accelerator program. We have a new facility that is 5,200 square feet that is completely ours. Turf is being put in. We're still waiting on that, but it's going to be done before January 1st. We're going to have a recovery room in there with Mark Pros, with Normatex, with massage guns, the Theraguns, with just a bunch of different things. Part of that, and I didn't even put it in this, is your personalized nutrition program. Guys, you're getting personalized nutrition program and a personalized performance program. Okay, there's a ton of value in this. I wish I would have put the nutrition program in here as well to show you how valuable that is. But you're getting a full off season and in season. Same, and I forgot to mention this. With the Performance Maximizer program, it's in season and off. It's off season and in season. And in season is as important, if not more important than off season because of injuries. We're trying to prevent non-contact injuries. When you have non-contact injuries, like it's the preparation, it's your fault, it's your preparation fault. It might not be your fault because you didn't know, you don't know what you don't know, but it is your coach's fault. Okay, it is your coach's fault because they don't know what's necessary to prevent non-contact injuries. And I'm not trying to blame, but they're preventable. Okay, my knee injury, my ACL was preventable. It's my coach's fault. All we did was leg press and bench press, pretty much, and then just go do whatever you want. Okay, I know how that is. I was there. I've been there before. Okay, coaches just don't know. A football coach is a football coach. They're not a strength and conditioning coach. They're not a life-changing coach when it comes to this type of stuff. So with recovery, you have your recovery accelerator program. With this program, you're going to get discounted supplements, 10% off. You're going to get sleep workshops. Okay, sleep workshops quarterly. So we're going to teach you what you need when it comes to sleep, because your sleep is just important as your training, if not more important. Same thing with nutrition, which you're going to get 4 nutrition workshops quarterly. Guys, we got so much going on here with this. And then branding. Guys, the branded athlete platform. This is a $15,000 value. Okay, this, not only is this for the name, image, and likeness stuff in the future, but this is for recruiting as well. If you don't know how to set yourself up for recruiting and recruiting success, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. You're not going to get these offers, right? Some guys are just going to get offers just because they might be 6'6", 300 pounds, and they can run and jump just like a DB and a receiver, or they run a 4.2. But for the most part, that's not the case. So this is a 2-tier piece here: recruiting and branding for college. And honestly, guys, like, there's a way to make some money off from your name and your image and your likeness before even getting to college. I promise you that. And I have a way of doing that, like, without losing any type of eligibility. So this in itself is worth $15,000. And we have a few events that are included in this. Okay. And then last but not least, tier number 5 is mindset. Without the proper mindset, you're not gonna have success. Like, this is gonna be tough. Okay, you're just not gonna have success. So when it comes to your mindset, like, you have to have the proper mindset, and we're gonna help you with that with the Cerebral Athlete curriculum. Okay, it's almost $14,000 value just by yourself here. You're gonna get 1 ticket to the Sole Purpose event. So you're going to be able to find your sole purpose. If I would have been able to find my sole purpose as a high school athlete, I would have been so much more confident, and I would have known the direction that I want to go. And I'm not expecting you to know the direction that you want to go right now. But if you have a little guide and understand where your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, life becomes so much easier. Life becomes so much easier, and you can start approaching your goals earlier when it comes to long term. And then, guys, this one, you get 1 ticket to the experience. I almost don't know how to explain the experience for you. This is a physical, this is a mental, this is a spiritual experience where we're going to take 8 athletes, maybe 10 athletes, up to Sleeping Bear Sand Dunes. We're going to do a 3-day event where we're going to push you physically, we're going to push you mentally, we're going to push you spiritually to become the best athlete and the best person you can possibly be. This in itself is worth the value of this program. Nothing like this has been done for a high school football player. I have not seen it. You got some SEAL team stuff. You got Kokoro, which is the form of a SEAL team type thing. But this event specifically for a high school athlete has never been done ever before. And you get one ticket to this, one ticket to this, one ticket to the sole purpose event, all included, all included. The total program value here, and I actually think that I am limiting this a little bit, is $66,000, $66,040. And I'm not going to ask you guys to pay that. This is the program value. Okay, this is the program value. Some of the bonuses you're going to get. You're going to get a golden ticket to the 3-day NIL event. So we're going to take you step by step on learning how to build your brand, grow your brand, and profit off from your brand. Build it, grow it, profit off from it. This is a $10,000 value. This is going to be absolutely amazing in itself as well. This is going to absolutely change the way you think about things. Not only are we going to help you build, grow, and profit, but you're going to have assets. You're going to have video assets that are going to show you exactly how and put out information and video on you to grow your brand. Okay, but this is only good today. Okay, this is only good today. All right, guys. You're also going to get monthly one-on-one meetings with me personally. Okay, monthly meetings with me one-on-one personally. Okay, $3,000 value. I only have 2 of these available. So the first 2 people that sign up get these. Okay. Then we're going to do an initial target setting session to set your goals. $600 value in itself right here. Total program value is $79,640. Okay, $79,640. That's valuable. No way am I gonna ask you to pay that. No way am I gonna ask you to pay that, because I want to help as many athletes as possible. I want to help as many football players as possible. Okay, so this is what you get, right? You get all of this, $79,640 in value. You get all of this for one payment of $4,000, 2 payments of $2,250, 3 payments of $1,667, or 6 payments of $917. So you're actually going to save money by doing one payment of $4,000. Okay, so you're going to get almost $80,000, $80,000 of value for $4,000 for one payment today. Okay, if this is something that you want to do, I want you to go ahead and I want you to, I'm going to stop sharing this. I want you to send me a direct message. I'm going to put it in here. Okay, or you can send me a text message at 734-545-1600. Send me a text message right now if you want in. Guys, these are not going to last. Okay, these are not going to last. Now, I get it. Okay, here's the thing. Like, I get it, right? I know it's an investment. Okay, but we get results, guys. We get results. Okay, like I had an athlete last year. He went through 16 weeks of training. Okay, 16 weeks of training. So this isn't even a year of training. This isn't 14 months of training like you're going to get, whether you're currently playing or not. Okay, because I know I got a couple of guys on this call that are still playing, But in 16 weeks of training last year, I had one athlete add 2 inches to his vertical jump, added 1.3 inches to his vertical jump. He added a ridiculous 12 inches to his broad jump. 12 inches to his broad jump. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Even crazier, he added 43 inches to his triple jump. 43 inches to his triple jump. Triple jump translates very well to speed. So not only was he able to jump out further, but he got faster. He got faster. He dropped 0.04 off from his 10-yard split, which translates to about 1.5 or 0.15 when it comes to your 40-yard dash. Okay, so he was able to make that kind of difference in his 40-yard dash. Okay, in his 40-yard dash. He was able to make that kind of change in his 40-yard dash through 16 weeks. Then he was able to drop 0.39 from his pro agility. 0.39 from his pro agility. Okay, so if this is something that you're interested in, please send me a direct message. You got the link for Facebook that's going to take you directly to my Facebook inbox. You have my phone number. You can text me directly right now. Like, I legit want you to text me directly right now to jump in on this offer, because this is not going to last. And I'm going to let you know, guys, I'm going to let you know that by January 1st, like, this program is going up to $10,000. I'm just offering way too much to be able to give this away for $4,000, and you're getting an absolute steal for this. I know it's a lot of money, but you're getting a steal because of all that we are providing for you in our brand new state-of-the-art facility that is going to help you take the next step in your game and your athleticism. Now, you might be thinking, like, who is this for? Well, it's for current 8th graders to 11th graders that either want to earn their first offer or want to earn their dream offer. Right? So their first offer or their dream offer from 8th to 11th grade. 8th to 11th grade. 12th graders, like, we can help as well, but this is more for that high school athlete that wants to play in college, but isn't there yet. Okay. Now, there are a couple of reasons that people just don't get started. Okay. There's a couple of reasons. One reason is they just don't believe they have time to do this. They might play other sports. They might have other commitments. They might be going on vacations. Like, I get it, right? We all have a lot of things to do. We get it. I get it 100%. Okay. Part of this program is actually prioritizing time. And that's why we are so in depth with goal setting and figuring out calendars on a quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily basis. We're going to have sessions Monday through Friday. We're going to have weekend sessions as well. Also, we're going to have the program is going to be laid out in an app. So if there's a day where you can't make it to the gym, you can use your app. You have everything right there at your fingertips. Okay, let me show you this. Right there at your fingertips. Right here is the app. Right at my fingertips. Right here, I can go to my schedule tomorrow. It's not up yet, but right here at my fingertips is my workout. So I can go here, showing me the entire workout. What does that look like? Okay, right here. The entire workout. Okay, and in season, you're going to have a ton of opportunity in season. In season, at most, you're going to work out twice a week, but then you could come in the other 7 days. You can come in 7 days of the week and focus on recovery, because that's what you need in season, recovery. So it's all there for you. It's all there for you. Now, you might be thinking that, like, This is hard and confusing, right? This is why you have me. This is why you have our coaches, because we're going to stay by your side every step of the way, from the beginning to the end. You've got me and you've got the other coaches for 14 months. Guys, we're going to have some support. Like we have a Voxer support where you can reach out from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and we'll get back to you within 30 minutes. You're going to have a private Facebook group for parents where we're going to share information on how to stay on top of things. You're going to have different guides and templates that are going to give you everything that you need, from nutrition to hydration to recovery to training. You're going to have everything that you need to take the next level in your athleticism. Like, we're here for you. We're also going to have a private Telegram group where you can communicate daily with me as a coach, with one of our other coaches, and also with each other. So if you have questions, you can shoot that question off from each other. We're going to do a weekly mindset call where we're on a Zoom call just like this, working on mindset, working on different things, these different concepts. They're going to help you understand what you need to think about when it comes to your development, your mental toughness, your resilience, your grit. Plus, guys, plus all of these events and all of these things, which I know they can be overwhelming. You don't have to attend every single one, but these things are absolute game changers. There's not another program in the state, possibly even this country, that is offering things like this, like we're offering. Okay. You might be thinking it's expensive. Guys, I get it. $4,000 is a big investment. If you make a one-time investment, it's $4,000. If you make a payment plan, it's a little bit more. But could you, if you invested $4,000 into some type of business and that turned into $120,000, like this will a college scholarship, and then monthly revenue from building a brand, like, is that $4,000 really that much? I get it. The whole scheme of things, $4,000 is a lot of money. Yeah, I get it. But turn that at $120,000 plus some. Like, is it really that much? Is it really that much? You tell me. You tell me. Is it really that much? Or it's unsustainable. Okay, we get these results. And they're unsustainable because you have a season. Guys, that's why we do an in-season training. That's why we give you these guides and these templates, and why we lay out the entire program on an app for you to do. So you don't always have to make it to the gym. And you don't always have to make it to the gym, and that's fine. But we are giving you so much to make sure that you are being as successful as possible, because that's why I'm here. This is my sole purpose, to help athletes like you take that next step and go from where you're currently at to where you want to go in 12 weeks. Yeah, I'm going to be with you for 14 months, but I want to see a significant change in 12 weeks for you. Okay. Or maybe you might be saying, it's not my priority. Like, guys, you wouldn't be on the Zoom call with me without this being a priority. Okay, let's be honest. Like, if you didn't want to get better this offseason, you wouldn't be on this call with me. Okay, I know this is a priority for you. You want, either you as an athlete want to play in college, or you as a parent want to help your athlete get to college because they've expressed interest. So this is a priority. This process now, the process starts now to get you where you want to go in 2023, to dominate camps during the college season, because we're going to prep you specifically for that. But the entire off season is to prep you for 2023, to dominate that season, to look completely different. And I promise you, you will. I promise you, you will. Okay. And then you might be thinking, like, this is undoable. Guys, I've given you results. Okay. Not all of those guys were God gifted. Okay. Not all of those guys were God gifted. Okay. Sauce Gardner was not a number 4 overall pick in high school. Sauce Gardner was a 3-star that went to Cincinnati, that grew, developed, went through the process, and became the number 4 overall pick in the NFL draft, and then just earned Defensive Player of the Week and Rookie of the Week. He's not the only one. Hundreds of athletes have done this in the past. This program is now different, next level. So next level. So this is something that's going to take you to a crazy level. Okay, it's going to take you to a crazy level. And I'm excited to be part of this process. So we've got a couple people that are already jumping in. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to see you completely change the way that you look this offseason. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, this is the cheapest this program is going to be. Okay. This is the cheapest this program is going to be. The least expensive this program is going to be. It's not a cheap program, but this is the least expensive it's going to be. I'll have another workshop in November, but after that, this is going to go up. Okay. The price for November is going to go up as well, but January 1st, it's going to more than double. It's going to more than double on January 1st. And like I said, 2 people signed up before even holding this workshop. Okay, 2 people signed up before holding the workshop. Got people on this call. People are going to see this replay. Only 6 spots are available. 6 spots total are available. I had people reach out to me already. My phone's kind of blowing up a little bit, but only 6 spots are available. So if you want in, guys, text me. Okay, shoot me a message. Shoot me a message on Facebook. Text me to make sure that you're in. Let me know. And some of these bonuses, guys, some of these bonuses that I went over, they're only good for today, right? So they're only good for today. Let me share this with you again. So these bonuses right here, the golden ticket for the 3-day NIL event, the monthly one-on-one meetings with me, like in-person one-on-one meetings. There's only 2 available. They're only good for today. And then the initial target setting session to set your goals. Those are only available. Guys, look at this. You're getting $80,000 in value for $4,000, right? $4,000. I get it. It's an investment. I get it. But I look forward to seeing you guys in this program. Okay. So send me a text message. Let me know. You're going to be able to see this replay tomorrow. And I'm excited to have you take that next step with me to see a complete, total transformation and look completely different in 2023. Not only as an athlete, but as a person, by being more confident, by being more resilient, by being that person that you see these other high-level athletes being. Okay, you're going to be that guy. Okay, so let me know. Shoot me a text message. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great one, guys.